I installed this iDrive retrofit system for my E90 320D. It's a 2011 model, and as you can see from the dash, it didn't come with the iDrive system, so I had to cut into the dash. Now there are plenty of videos on YouTube that show how to actually install the system. The one I bought is from AutoABC, and I just wanted to do this video to give a little bit of a review of my experience with the system. So as you can see, the system has fitted in quite nicely, quite snug, and I had a bit of issue when ordering the system. The template didn't arrive in the box and the manual wasn't included in the box, and then when I wrote to them, they tried to ship me a template, but they refused to send me a scan or a CAD copy of the template for me to print it myself. And after the shipping was unsuccessful or was taking too long, they eventually sent me a CAD file, and I had it printed myself onto a sticker. And as you can see, my sticker came out fine. They were concerned that I wasn't going to get it right, but I got it right. Anyhow, the template was self-explanatory in terms of cutting, and basically I used a Dremel. So I first used the blade to cut along the lines and cut into this soft layer first, and then I just used a Dremel with a very thin bit, and I went around the cutout. And I think it's the best tool. I've seen another YouTube video, and I think it's the best tool for using to cut out the dash hole. Just note that it's going to make a huge mess, and you'll have to clean all of it up with a vacuum cleaner afterwards. I've also installed the iDrive controller, and just a few things on the system. So this is an AutoABC system, so you can't put your default logo or BMW logo on startup or anything, okay? And then this OEM car info. If your car didn't have an original screen, then it will show you no device, so it doesn't work. So you can't even select a resolution or anything. It will not show you OEM car information. I learned that after a lot of queries with AutoABC. They do give you a WhatsApp number, and they're very responsive on the WhatsApp number for any technical queries. Then coming to the settings, I've got to mention something about the Bluetooth telephone calls, but that's one of the big issues which I will come to later. But if you look at the system, it's basically got settings here where you select your right-hand drive. Whether on my car I didn't have Bluetooth audio, I only had Bluetooth for telephone, so I selected under used cars BT channel. You've got to switch that one off, okay? And then there's nothing else much under this menu. The smartphone, you will see in the manual how to connect all of these things, how to connect your phone to it. You get wired and wireless CarPlay, and then the display settings is just basically color, contrast, dimming, various settings, saturation, and then your audio settings has got various settings as well. With regards to the Bluetooth audio, it works really well. So if I go in there, music, as you can see, my car never had Bluetooth audio before, but as you can see, this works pretty well. So I don't have an issue with this. It works really well. And then with regards to that works pretty well. And with regards to the navigation as well, it's a very clear screen, and I have no issues with it. It's basically, I'm using Google Maps here, but you can install Waze. Well, you can use Waze, or you can use Apple Maps, or whatever you want to use. So the interface is quite good. Let's just go to the main home screen so you can just see I'm recording with the same phone, so I might have a bit of issue navigating the system right now. As you can see, it's a bit laggy at the moment because I'm recording the video from the same phone. One of the major issues I have with this system, and it's with regards to the telephone calls. So I'm connected to the Bluetooth of the original Bluetooth of the car and the Bluetooth of the system. But if you try to make a call with the Bluetooth of the system, people on the other end of the line are complaining that there is a lot of noise coming in, a lot of noise, and there's no noise cancelling feature. So the AutoABC people told me that the microphone is located in the front of the screen here, and that the air vents and all of that will result in noise. In my opinion, it's a very, very poor design. It's basically unusable. So when I make a call, I've actually got to go on my phone and click on the audio button and select a different source. So I select the original car's Bluetooth audio. But when I select the original car's Bluetooth audio, the call goes fine. Once I end the call, my Bluetooth music stops playing here. So I got to go back to my phone's control center, and I got to switch the music source from CarPlay back to iPhone, and then from iPhone back to CarPlay, and then the audio starts playing again. Now that's quite an inconvenience if you are driving, and it's dangerous. So I'm not happy about it. I've complained to them and I've made a big fuss about it, and I told them that they need to do something about it. They are aware of this problem. I don't know why they're not fixing it, because it makes the system very, very unusable. So I think the main features here you would be using is the GPS and the music. Apart from that, you could do WhatsApp calls using Siri. I'm using an iPhone, so I'm just giving you my view from an iPhone. But you could use whatever, if you're using an Android or whatever phone you are using, you're essentially going to use these features. If you look here, if you go back to the main menu and you go here to the settings, you will see here under car settings, this is where you would set up, okay, I've installed a reverse camera as well. So there's a couple of reverse camera settings, which it works pretty well. I'm happy with it. This is the original car screen resolution. So this is for the OEM car information, which doesn't work if your car never had a screen before. So you just set that one to none. Your issue here is, if I remember correctly, it's not the iDrive. I'm just trying to remember where's the setting for the Bluetooth or for the audio. It's actually here. So if you go to audio, this gives you some settings for setting the various volumes. So I played around with these settings for voice and music. In order to hear Bluetooth calls properly, I had to drop the media volume down all the way to 12 and raise the voice volume up. Okay, but then the problem, so that made the calls clearer for me to hear, because the music wasn't too highly amplified. But I played around with these microphone OP gains and microphone PGA gains, and they don't really do anything, because all they do is they amplify the noise. So if there's road noise, the car's noise, it all gets filtered through. It's a really poor design. So if you're considering buying one of these systems, I would suggest that you speak to the supplier first and make sure that they don't have such an issue. There are other features on here like AirPlay, which I haven't tried. I have a similar system in my Audi, which the AirPlay seems to work fine, so I haven't even tried that. But yeah, I think your CarPlay is going to be the main item, and I'm happy with the system, except for the fact that I can't make phone calls properly. I can make phone calls through the car's OEM system, but then I got to set the audio to iPhone and back to CarPlay in order to get my music playing again. So that's about it. If you have any questions or any comments, you can please post it below and I will reply. And I'll try to give you as much advice as I can. Oh, by the way, also they sent me the correct bracket. This is a right-hand drive car. They sent me the correct base mount, but they sent me the incorrect bracket that goes inside the steel bracket. So I had to drill additional holes and make sure that there was nothing behind that before I drilled them. So that was just another issue that I encountered. Okay, hope this video was helpful. Just one last thing. I installed this USB port here. So that's connected to the Apple CarPlay USB connection that comes out of the system. So if I want wired CarPlay, I don't have to have a cable hanging around all the time. I can just plug in my cable in there, and I've got USB. I bought this port from AliExpress as well.